Okay, so this video is for my cousin Andrew. I made him a Rubik's Cube solver, but some things are a little bit easier to explain in person, so that's what this is for. Okay, a couple of things. One, orientation, how we hold the cube. I'll try to remember to point that out for each step. Two, these center blocks, they don't ever change. And three, the pink boxes on the solver. That just means don't worry about whatever color that section is. Okay, so the first step is solving the white daisy. Now Andrew said that he could already do the white face, so I'm not going to get too crazy about that, but we want to flip it over. We'll have this yellow center, and we want to get these four pieces here to be the white. As you can see, these are already white, so we just have to get a couple more. So this one right here, just put it right there, and then this one right here, put it right there, and we've got daisy. Next step is to solve our white cross with our 2-bar sides. That basically means we want these 4 white pieces to be over here with this white one, but we also want to have the colors matched up here. So this one is green, so we want to line it up with the green center, and then we're going to turn it 2 times to get that white over here. Same thing all the way around. This one's blue, line it up with the blue, turn it 2 times to get it over here. This one, it's already matched up with the orange, turn it 2 times to get it turned over here. This one is red, line it up with the red, turn it 2 times, gets it up here. We should have a white cross with our 2-bar sides all the way around. Next step is solving the white face. So in order to do that, we want to get our 4 corners to be our white pieces. We look on the sides first and see if there are any white pieces. Don't look at the top corners because those are a pain. So we'll start with this one right here. We're going to look at the other side of it. It's blue. We need to line it up with the blue center. So we're going to turn just this bottom piece, holding it with the white cross on the top. Turn this bottom piece around until it's lined up with the blue. Then we want to turn it where the white is facing us. Now, since it's on this side, our steps are going to be to get this out of the way, move the bottom clockwise, move this side over here towards you or clockwise, move this counterclockwise, and then move this back away from you or counterclockwise. That puts that piece up here where we need it. The orange is lined up, the blue is lined up. We're going to do that all the way around. So what we want to do is look for the rest of them. This one is a pain, this one is a pain, so let's not worry about those. What we want to do here is this one's on the bottom. So let's get this bottom turned to where this bottom is lined up under a corner that's not in the right place. Then bring this side down towards you, turn the bottom 2 times. That gets this piece up here where you can use it. And then put this back where it was. Now we can use this piece. So the other side of it is red. It needs to be lined up with the red center. Now it is. Turn it where the white is facing you. So then once again, to put it here, we're going to do it clockwise. Bring that down towards you or clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. That puts it where it needs to be. Then we keep looking. They're on the bottom again. This one's already lined up. Turn it towards you. Turn it 2 times. Put this back up. So the other side of this one is orange. Line it up with the orange. Hold it with the white facing you, get the white out of the way or clockwise, bring this down clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. That leaves us with 1 piece. It's on the bottom again. Put it over here, turn this down 2 times, put this up. Now we have this white to work with. Green. So over here again, if we had gotten one where it was over here, it would be the same steps, just we would turn it the other direction. You would need to put it this way and then this down and then put it back that way. But we didn't get one this time. So this one is the green's lined up, the white's facing you, put it this way, clockwise, bring this down towards you or clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. Now our white face is solved and we should have a T in our colors all the way around. So our next step is to do our second layer. We're going to be working with the bottom layer with the white pointing to the back and the yellow pointing towards you. So we're solving just these middle pieces here. And we're looking for ones that do not have yellow on them. This one has yellow on it, we're not going to work with it. This one has yellow on it, we're not going to work with it. So holding it with the yellow facing you, the white to the back, we're going to look at this middle piece right here. It's blue and red, so we want to turn it until the blue is lined up with the blue side. Now the front that's facing you is red. The red is over here, so we need to turn this whole face, this front face, away from this color. So turn it where the red's on this side, so we turn it this way. Then you're going to bring what would be the bottom towards this red side over here, this red side towards you, the middle towards the red, then the red side back away from you, and then we're going to fix our white. So we've got it like this. So we just need to turn this whole side back up. And then this one, we do the same thing, kind of what we did with the corners. We're going to turn this over here to get it out of the way. Bring just the middle down, and then turn this back like that. And then bring the middle back up. Then our white is back fixed. And then this piece is where it needs to go. So we're going to do that all the way around. This one is already lined up, green and orange. Orange is on this side, so we're going to turn the face away from you. Then this bottom towards the color towards you, the middle towards the color away from you, and then fix your white. This is the main reason I did the video, was because it's kind of hard to explain how to fix the white. Hopefully you can watch me do that and understand it pretty simply. We're doing this again. So this one's orange and blue. Line the orange up. Blue's on this side, so we're going to turn this front face away from the blue. This bottom piece towards the blue piece towards you. This middle towards the blue away from you, and then line up the white. So once again, this 3 here just needs to turn however you need to put it back there. It should only be 1 turn though. If you have to turn it more than once, you're doing something wrong. Move this out of the way, bring the middle down, put this back over here, put the middle back up. So now we've got blue solid, orange solid, green and red. Here is missing a piece. So this one's got yellow, that one's got yellow, that one's got yellow, and that's our last piece. So line this up red and green. The red here, the green here. So we didn't get any where they were on the other side, but it's the same algorithm, you just work it the different direction. That's written down, so hopefully you're able to understand it pretty easily. So the red here, the green here, we're turning away from the green, bottom towards the green, green towards you, middle towards the green, green away from you, and then come back and fix the white. So there, move that out of the way, put that back over there, and we should have our 2 layers of solid colors. If you have a spot where you don't have one available and you don't have it all the way solved, just pick any one and work that same algorithm where you're replacing one side or the other, and that will get your piece brought to where you can work with it. I know that's a little bit confusing. Okay, so our next step is to solve the yellow cross. So we're holding it with the yellow on the top, the white on the bottom. It does not matter which side is facing you to look at this. You want to see what you have available. There are 4 different patterns that you could have available with this yellow. You can have 1, this yellow just in the middle. 2, you could have this block of 3, or this bar, or this cross. If you have the cross, you're good. You can go to the next step. If you have the bar, you only need to work this algorithm once. If you have this shape here, you need to work this algorithm twice. And if you just have the center, you need to work it 3 times. It's the same algorithm every time. Just make sure that you reorient your block so that it's in the way that it's pictured on the solver. So we have it like this. So we need to hold it where this side is on the left and this is on the top. And then we're going to work this algorithm holding it like this. So then this is going to be the front. So you're going to do front clockwise, the right side clockwise, the upper or the top clockwise, the right side counterclockwise. So this little mark right here, it would be considered what, an apostrophe. They call it a prime in Rubik's Cube solvers. It just means counterclockwise. So we're going to turn the right side counterclockwise, the upper counterclockwise, and then the front counterclockwise. So you see now we have the yellow bar. We still have our sides solved all the way around, and our white face is still solved. So now we hold it where the bar is going left to right, and we're going to do that one more time. So front clockwise, right clockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, front counterclockwise. Now we have our yellow cross. Now you can have some other pieces in there, but as long as you have this cross, you can move on to the next step. So our next step is going to be putting the yellow edges in their proper place. So we have an algorithm for that also. You can look and see if you have ones that are already lined up or that you could line up just by turning this. So here we have the blue and the orange are already where they need to be. The red and the green just need to switch places. So we need to make sure that once again our yellow is on top, and we want to hold it oriented as you see here where we're switching this piece and this piece. So we want to hold it to look like the diagram. So we're switching this piece and this piece just like the diagram says. Then hold it where the yellow is on top and work your algorithm, which is going to be right clockwise, upper clockwise, right counterclockwise, upper clockwise, right clockwise, upper clockwise 2 times, right counterclockwise, upper clockwise. Now what that's going to do is you're going to have everything still how it's supposed to be, but that red and that green got switched and put where they need to be. So now our center pieces are matched up all the way around, and we just need to work on our corners. So we're going to move on to the next step, which is our yellow corners to their places. Now back on that previous step, if you switch both of those and you still need to do it again, like if the blue was way over here, you just keep working that same algorithm, making sure you orient your cube correctly for switching these spots, and eventually you're going to get all the pieces where they need to go. Okay, so the yellow corners to their places, so we have an algorithm for that. You want to look and see if there's any corners that are already in their proper place. They do not have to be oriented correctly, they just need to be in the right spot. So this one would need to be red, blue, and yellow, and as you can see, it is red, blue, and yellow. This one is not with the yellow on the top, it's red and green, but if it was in the red and green spot, it would be in the right spot, but it's not. So this red and blue is in the right spot, so that's what we want to start with. So this corner, as you can see in the diagram right here, this one needs to be lined up like this. Yellow on top again, but that corner needs to be right here in the front right top piece. Okay, so then the algorithm for that, to get all these pieces moved around, this piece will stay the same and every other piece will just start shifting, and you can work this algorithm as many times as you need until all these pieces are right. So you're going to do upper clockwise, right clockwise, upper counterclockwise, left counterclockwise, upper clockwise, right counterclockwise, upper counterclockwise, left clockwise. So now that puts, see this blue and orange piece is in the blue and orange corner, our orange and green piece is in the orange and green corner, and our red and green piece is on our red and green corner. So now we have all of our pieces where they belong, they're just not facing the right direction. So we want to look and see for our last step. So this one is already oriented correctly, so we don't need to worry about that one. We are going to have to orient these three. It's easiest if you hold it where you start here and then work your way around. So we're working this. Now this one, you will freak out because it looks like you're totally messing everything up, but it actually works. So you want to hold it oriented like this, where this piece is in this corner and the yellow is on the top. Then this is a very simple algorithm, but you have to pay attention to it because you want to get this yellow on the top, and as soon as that's there, you finish the algorithm and then you move to the next piece. So holding it like this, the algorithm is right counterclockwise, down this bottom piece counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. I know that looks ridiculous. So you're going to do this either 2 times or 4 times until it lines up. So we're doing it a second time. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. That's 2. It's still not right, so let's keep going. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. That's 3. One more time. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. Now this piece is where it needs to go. Now do not change the way you're holding your block. You just want to spin this top face to get this next corner lined up in the position it needs to be. I know this looks crazy, but trust me, it works. So we're doing this again. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. One time. Do it again. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. That's 2. Let's do it again. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. That's 3. One more time. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. That's 4. And now this piece is lined up. I know it looks absolutely crazy, but we've got one more to go. Turn this top face where this corner is lined up again, and then we do it again. So we're doing right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. That's 2. We've got 2 more to go. Right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise, right counterclockwise, down counterclockwise, right clockwise, down clockwise. That got that piece where it needs to go. Now we just need to spin this until it lines up and your cube is solved. You will have one thing on that last step. If you only work that algorithm 2 times and that piece is lined up where it needs to be, you don't have to work it again. You don't have to do it 4 times. All right, I hope that helps. I'm going to be sending this solver in the mail, and let me know how it works for you. Bye.
I don't even think clockwise is a word anymore.